What's up, y'all? It's your boy M here. So, my brother had lost his job, and we talked about what he's gonna do to kind of get himself out of the situation of losing his job. And so he wants to go to the army. Now, with that being said, him going to the army, you know, I told him that he has to have some dedication and just take that risk of doing something new. And it made me think, like, a lot of things right now are just not going anyone's way. A lot of people don't want to work, and it's not, I'm going to say, because of them. I think because most of us don't find any real passion in working for somebody anymore, or everything's so cost heavy that you just can't find a way out. You can't find some type of breathing room or some type of satisfaction within your job. So I hope he does find that going into the army, because he had a other job working for a satellite, I mean, not satellite company, but a solar company, and he was making money. He said making around $6,000 a month. That's what he tells us. But he lost that job because he spent his money, recklessly. He spent it recklessly, and then he couldn't, focus, and he was drinking and all that stuff, and then he lost that job, and then he went to the new job, which deals with more construction, and now he lost that one, and now his next plan is to join the military. And so it makes me think, you gotta have discipline to stay in the job that's, giving you financial income. And, when you go into something new, you gotta really try to find something that kind of aligns with you, or kind of helps benefit you, making you a better person. Something that can give you some meaning in life, right? Because I hope he does find meaning in joining the army to give him a better perspective on life, give him more drive in life. And I think that would be great because, sometimes we're at these jobs and we don't get more out of life. We don't see the benefits of working that job. So I don't know, but I just think from seeing him get going to take this new challenge is gonna be good for him. But I hope he can find some type of balance. I understand that we're looking for careers, something to support our lifestyle, and I hope he does find it. I hope he does find it, and I hope a lot of us do find that balance, because I feel like nowadays we don't have that balance within our lives. We hate what we do. We go there every day, or go there 5 to 6 days out the week, depending if I have to work overtime or whatnot, to kind of pay the bills. But then paying the bills, man, it just gets stale. Paying these bills, and then you have to wonder to yourself, why am I doing this for? I don't have any kids. I don't have any real responsibilities other than probably some debt that I have. And once that debt's paid off, then you don't really need that overtime unless you got a trip that you want to do. Maybe you and your friends got planned to do something. But then you think about it, with everything costing so much right now, do I really want to move? Do I really want to move around and do things at the expense of knowing, hey, if you do go out right, it's going to be 10 times more expensive for you to do stuff. And it makes me think about the World Cup that just passed by, with the FIFA Cup. Those seats alone, nosebleeds, I heard, $500, probably more. Like, what's going on? Like, you know, on this channel, I talk about investing and stuff like that and holding on to your money. But at some point, you gotta spend your money. You gotta enjoy yourself. But what if everything is just so out of touch that spending that hard-earned money you work for doesn't make any sense? At some point, you gotta spend the money. You want to invest it, and you're gonna invest it. You're gonna save it, but you gotta spend some of it. I know I kind of went on a rant here, guys, but what I was trying to get across here is like, life is gonna hit you hard sometimes by, taking away your job. Maybe you made a mistake with the job. Maybe it was meant to happen, but always have some money in the background so you can do stuff and just watch out for this economy. It's hard out here, and you want to make sure that even if you do lose your job, that you have some type of financial income so you can still do stuff, so you can still support yourself, and you can still look for opportunities when times are hard because we all need that. Well, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.